Alright, welcome back to these little tutorial videos. Wanted to do something a little different this time and jump into the biblical text actually. Now we're not going to do anything elaborate right now, but what I wanted to do is basically just go through and show you some things that you are seeing up through chapter 4. And we could even look at chapter 5 as well. So kind of these morphological principles, the alphabet, the vowels, Dagesh, Shvaz, and Comets Atuf. So let's look at a few of these things. First off, let's just recognize some consonants. We have a bait, a resh. Remember to distinguish the resh from the dalet. Okay, the dalet has the right angle here. Resh has the curve, so those two can get a little confusing, especially in handwriting. But be sure to distinguish those. We've got then an aleph, a sheen, a yod, which also happens to be a hirik yod, if you can see that, and then we have a tav. So we've got a few, look at some consonants there. In this word, we've got a vocal schwa here at the beginning, a sere. The aleph here does something a little different that we'll get to a bit later, that it's called a quiescent aleph. And so that aleph would have originally had a silent schwa underneath it, but since aleph is a silent letter anyway, it actually just quiesces all together. It stays there because it's a placeholder in the consonantal text, but it doesn't have any phonetic value. Then we have the sheen with the hirik yod and the tav. So the way we would say this word is bereshit. So if you can hear, we kind of go the bere, skip the aleph, sheet, bereshit. If you say it fast, you kind of get bereshit. And this just simply means in the beginning, or at the head, so to speak. And you've got here a begad kefat letter preceded by the absence of sound. There's nothing in front of it except for the Genesis, which isn't Hebrew. And so we have there a dagesh lene, begad kefat letter preceded by the absence of sound. So there's a first word in the beginning. The next word we get is bara, and you've heard me pronounce there two kametzes. We have two open syllables. So if we divide this word here, we have the word ending in an aleph, so that's an open syllable. This syllable here is open, and then we have in the bait the syllable ending in a vowel, so we get another open syllable. So remember, a comets hatuf, they have to be closed and unaccented. If these two syllables are open, then we don't have comets hatufs, we have kametzes. So we get bara. Notice we pronounced the B, or the bait rather, as a B, not a V, because we have that dagesh in it. So we have bara. The next word we get here is Elohim. Notice we've got the vocal schwa in front. That is a composite schwa, but it is still considered vocal. Then we move right into the lamed with then the holum, and then hey, hirik yod, and mem, Elohim. So we get here in the first phrase, bara, bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, God created is how we get that. So Hebrew word order is typically verb, subject, object. In this particular phrase, we have the introductory prepositional phrase in the beginning, and then we have subject, object, or verb, subject, in that order. So in the beginning, God created. The next little piece we get, again, we're not going to go, I'm going a little more in detail with grammar, but that's okay. Let's just continue to look at consonants. Aleph, tav, and then we have a sere with this one. So that would just be 8. The next word we get hashamayim. The question is this dagesh right here. What is that? That dagesh indeed is a Dagesh forte. It is not a Begad Kifat letter, and so we immediately jump to a Dagesh forte, which represents the doubling. We may see something like this if we wanted to, quote, expand the word out. Hash, sha, mayim, something like that, and the accent would be here. This is only if we want to expand the word out, but this again is what we would call a theoretical form. It doesn't technically exist. So anyway, that's what the Dagesh forte represents there. And we get Hashamayim, which means the heavens. Let me keep erasing here. Yeah, there we go, good. And go back to my color. Oops, I need to go back to my pen. There we go. And then we get a Vav with another 8. See, the same word here that we just did. So we get Va8. This is a vocal schwa at the beginning of a word. So we have, see, I just scanned for more schwas. I don't have any more, so the good. I've labeled all of those. Vocal schwa at the beginning of the word, so we just say Va8. And then the last one here we get is Haaretz. And this little line right here is actually an accent mark. So if we wanted to write it in the way we're used to seeing them, it would look something like this. Oops, let me go back and do that. There we go. So again, we've got two T symbols, 1 and 2. This one is a Chpts and this one is a Chpts. If we divide syllables, we start from the back, find our vowel, make a cut, find the next vowel, make a cut, and we end up then with 2 open syllables. Those must then be Chpts, okay? Sometimes my eraser works well, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. And so we just would say Haaretz, and you hear the shorter E for the sigol, kind of in pet, and we put the emphasis of the word here, so Haaretz is how we would say that. And then this syllable, or this symbol here, is called a sof pasuk. It functions like a period in Hebrew, and so that would be the end of Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created, this is a direct object marker, the heavens, and direct object marker, the earth. So there you go. Pretty simple. You guys are in the Hebrew text. Not a bad gig, right? Let me know if you have any questions, but I hope you guys enjoy those.